Long time ago, in the year 2000, I was just a little boy, 7 years old, full of energy, curiosity, and wonder. My mom was preparing for her brother's wedding in Kaduna, in the far north of Nigeria. She was excited, folding clothes, packing bags, tying headscarves, preparing for a family celebration. But she didn't want to go alone. She wanted me, her little boy, to come along. My dad? He wasn't too sure. "It's too far," he said. "He's too young," he added. But after pleading and a little bit of that gentle motherly persuasion, he agreed. And that's how my journey began. The trip was magical. I stared out the window, eyes wide open, soaking in the scenery, trees flying past, rooftops, markets, trucks, and dust. It was my very first time traveling to the north. And when we arrived, the love, the excitement, my uncle, whom I was meeting for the very first time, welcomed us with open arms. The house was filled to the brim with relatives and laughter. There was so much going on, so much joy. I was the groom's boy. My mom had my little suit ironed, my black shoes polished until they shone like stars. The wedding was beautiful. The music, the dancing, the food. I was having the time of my life. But I didn't know that this joy would soon turn into one of the scariest moments of my life. The wedding was over. Morning came. My mom dressed me up again, this time not for celebration, but for the long trip back to the east. I was exhausted. I hadn't slept well the night before. My eyes were heavy, my body weak, but I managed to wave goodbye to my new auntie as we drove to the park. At the park I sat quietly in the bus waiting, then I felt pressed. My little body couldn't hold it anymore. I got down from the bus alone, looking for somewhere to ease myself, but I was dizzy, confused, and walking in the wrong direction. Before I could understand what was happening, they came. 2 men, on motorbikes, smiling, but something felt wrong. Before I could scream, they grabbed me and zoomed off. I had been kidnapped. Back at the bus, my mom was busy sorting our luggage, getting our ticket. She had no idea her son, her 7-year-old boy, was no longer in the bus. It wasn't until the driver was about to take off that she looked at my seat and saw it empty. Her heart sank, she screamed, she ran, she shouted my name over and over, but there was no reply. She nearly lost her mind. When my mom saw me, she broke down. Tears flowed freely. She held me tightly, whispering, "Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus." In that moment she remembered my dad, who had almost stopped me from coming, but there I was, safe, alive, in her arms. She held me all through the journey back to the east, and I never left her side again. That day, I learned something I'll never forget. That life can change in seconds, that God watches over his own, and that even in the darkest moment, there is still hope. This is how I was kidnapped in Kaduna, and how I came back. If this story touched you in any way, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories like this. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for watching.